All right, so now we are in New York and we play against Santana Otero.
Yeah, he was a very talented Mexican player, and it seemed that he prepared this line for black, trying to counter my Zemish attack. You know, it was well known that I play Zemish, so okay, he prepared for black a very sharp line,
So
and we'll see. Yeah, he will see what happens later on. But it was clear that it was home preparation. We'll see that later on. You know. So bishop is queen, knight c6. We see the same line like Tratatovic, the same line like Westerin and Anderson and many others. You know.
Yeah.
So knight g2, a6, queen d2, rook b8, h4 again. He played b5 immediately. I played h5. This is a little bit different, but not too much, we'll see. Later on, we'll have almost the same ideas, you know. h5, e5. The difference is that I could play immediately h5. This is the difference. Okay, knight a5, knight g3. But the idea is the same, you see. Okay, so black doesn't play immediately c5, you see. He played bishop b7. This is the difference. The idea is to change the line later on by playing something with the rook and then coming quickly with the queen in b8. This is home analysis. This is the difference, you see. Okay, after bishop h6, he took in c4. I took there, he took with the king and castle. Okay, so
also,
now
I see the difference here that he didn't took with the knight.
he didn't. Yeah, it was a little bit different, you know. But you see what is black plan later on. You see in the next moves. Okay, so now rook b4. So rook b4 is all right. No, bishop e2. You have to do something. You have to move the last piece. You say bishop e2 is okay. And now queen b8. And now you have to play something very quickly because he threatens to come very quickly himself, you know, by playing queen b6 and the other rook in b8. This is the plan. Very simple, you know,
Yes,
because
yes.
so you have to react very quickly, to do something very quickly. But how? f4, the only way to open the game, you see. f4, and now he played queen b6. I played f5, of course, and queen f2. And now this is the most interesting moment of the whole game, you see. So now what to do with white, you see. If you accept the fact that you have to react somehow in defensive to try to defend the knight from g3, you have nothing. Black, you know, is all right, and he has time to counterattack, you know. The idea is very clear. He threatens the knight from g3. He wants to play maybe the rook in b8, and in the same time he has the idea to play queen f4. If he has time to play queen f4, you don't have attack anymore very quickly, you know. So now what to do? The most interesting moment of the whole game, you see. It was clear that it was home analysis, but unfortunately for black, I analyzed this line for white also until here, you know. It was home analysis also for me.
So
I found
also.
So the next move is almost decisive because everything will be forced. So now I took in g6. He has no time to take in g3 the knight, because if he takes the knight in g3, he's lost immediately after queen takes queen g6, h6 check, king g8, g takes h7 check, and he resigns. You know, the attack is terrible. Mate in a few moves, you see. So the only move now is to play queen f4. And now again you have to react very quickly and very tactically. And how? Rook takes h7 check. Now again you can't take in h7 because knight h5 check and you lose the queen. You see? So now you have to go back.
Does this check here?
Yeah. So king g8. Well, we have 2 pawns, but now, if for instance, if we took in f4, it was not good because he has time to defend, and was enough for him to, you know, to have a good position. So now you have to play very well immediately. So knight h5 is the best move, but now you accept the fact that you play without equality. I mean, you give the exchange you have a very strong position for the exchange, for the sacrifice exchange, but you have to demonstrate how you can win, you see. So we'll see in the next moves. Rook takes there. He, of course, has to take the exchange. Okay, check. Now he has no time to take because knight f6 check and he loses the bishop, you see.
The bishop, yes.
So, right, everything is forced. So, what to do? Knight f6, of course. We fix the position now. Bishop there. And, okay, we have time to play. And we play g4. Now it's clear. We have time to defend the knight from f6. And, therefore, black is lost in all positions, you know. The exchange is not important. The knight in f6 has a fantastic position and dominates completely the board, you know. After king g7, simply g5 and wins, you know, positional. So now he tries to have something positional, you know, with knight b7, knight c5, have some counterplay, but it's not enough, of course. a3, bishop, rook b3, everything is first. Now we have time to take back the exchange, you know, with rook, bishop d1. Okay, and now we move the rook somewhere, you know, far away, you see. So it's clear, he loses the rook, the exchange back, and white is winning in any position, but you have to, again, to play well until the end, you know. All right, he took in c3, I took in c3, rook b8, okay, king a1. Now, again, nothing to do with black. So, g5, again, he realized he has to go back somehow, you know, because the threat is very strong. The threat was already clear, g6, and wins immediately by force in any position, you know. So, okay, now we play finally bishop c2, knight c5, bishop, rook g2, and he tries to resist a little bit. It's clear that he's lost, you know, but you have to play well until the end. Now, if you take immediately in d7, it's okay. It's better for white, but difficult to realize. But now white wins by force immediately, g6. g6, now it's clear. If he takes back in f6, g7 check, and he resigns, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And now he took, I took back with the pawn, and he resigned. No?
He resigned, yes.
Yeah. Well, you see, we said the result here, but everything was theory until the end, you see. I mean, the idea was queen b8 and something very nice, you know, if you look like this, but counter-analysis until the moment when I played rook takes h7 check, everything is home analysis, you know.
But why he didn't come with the other rook on b8 to have all the pressure on the b5?
Has no time. This is the problem. No problem. No. It's too late. You know. It's move by move. In Zemish and King's Indian, it's always move by move. You know.
So you have to be a little bit faster.
Yeah, if you can, of course.
Yes.
If you are not faster, then black has counterplay, and it's always dangerous for white also. You know, it happens that white can lose in Zemish attack always. You know. Is not forced to win in any position. It can happen that white also can lose somehow.
It's not fast enough.
Yeah, but if you play very well, it's always very dangerous for black. We had a lot of examples, you know. We could show our friends, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
It was very nice until the end, and everything was more or less forced. You see.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.